It's home party training time. I'm super excited to do this training video. I know that home parties is not for everyone, so if you're going to do one, this one will really come in handy for you. I'm going to share some tips and some tricks that I do with my home parties because I absolutely love them. And the reason why I love them is because it's so nice and so amazing to watch people play with the product and use it, and you see that, ooh, look at that. I absolutely love it. You don't even have to do most of the sales or selling, shall I say. Your hostess does most of it. The clients or her guests does more sales than what she does, and you're just there really to coach them into which products to use. So one of the things I must say to always keep in mind is go to a party to have fun. Never cancel a party because you don't feel like it. Go to the party and just go and have fun. Don't go with a goal in mind. Don't go with sales in mind. Just go and have pure fun. And I promise you, those are the parties that you'll make the sales. People seem to feel your tension and know when you're trying to make sales. So if you go to just have fun, it's natural, you're more relaxed, they're more relaxed, and the sales will just come themselves. Okay? So that's one of the top things. When you do a home party also, you need to do hostess coaching. So I'll do a separate video on how to coach your hostess, but you need to make her aware of what targets that you need for her to get her hostess rewards. Explain the rewards to her so she understands them in full. Make sure that you create a party link for her and give this to her prior to the party so that she can start telling people and generating orders. You'll be surprised at how many pre-party orders you can actually get. And then also create on Facebook a party event where she can go and invite her friends. And what you'll do is, on this event on Facebook, your job will be to go and add some information, add a little bit of teasers. I'll create a mock one of those so that you can see what you can do. It's basically like an online party. You're just going to do the sales on the night of the party at the venue. So those are two of the most important things that you always have to do with a home party. Is go to have fun is the number one, and number two is definitely the hostess coaching. Without that, your party ain't going to be a success. Okay, so I've made a little list because I want to make sure that I don't miss anything out. The other thing is also a lot of us want to have a big kit. Now, I know I have personally collected a lot of makeup so far, and people seem to like the kit or my presenters and my team. What I want to say to you though is having a massive collection at party is actually at your own detriment. Why? Why, Denise? That sounds stupid. The more they can see, the better. No, people do not know what they need and what they want until you show them. And if you show them certain amount of products, those are the products that they're more likely to purchase. And if you have a variety of products, it's more difficult for somebody to decide what to order than just order what you've got, what you had out on display or what you demoed. So if I can give you any advice, take one of our collections, look at those products, and when you do the party, use those products and put those products on display. For all the newbies, this makes it really easy for you. If you've got a half price item or you've got some Y cash that you can spend, use this, buy a collection, promote that collection. I know that for the foundation and the concealers, you might not have all the shades. That's fine. Wing it, okay? You show them the products, the colors that you have, and you will say to them, this is not the right shade for you, but I just want you to feel the product on your skin, okay? So that's another lovely tip. Get a collection, promote that collection. For instance, my favorite lip stain color is Sleek. Take a wild guess which is my best seller in my lip stain colors. It's Sleek. Why? Because I'm passionate about it. I sell it. I show them. I put it on myself. I let them try it on. And that is just how sales work. They didn't know before I showed them this amazing lip stain that they needed it. But suddenly it becomes something that somebody needs in their life. So that's why I'm saying big is not always better. If you go with a smaller collection, with a smaller kit to a party, you are bound to have even more sales. Now, while we talk about smaller, also, another thing is a massive party is not necessarily the best thing to do, right? I have had parties where I've had 10 guests, 13 guests, 4 guests, 5 guests. The ones that I had the best sales at was the 4 and 5 size parties. So 4 guests at the party, 5 guests at the party. My ultimate goal is to have 5 people at a party. I don't really want any more than that. And the reason behind that is, think about it. You want to finish a party within 2 hours. If you have 13 people at the party, which I had a few weeks ago, you are not going to be able to give everybody the attention that they need and to color match them. So people will get annoyed and people will shy away and people will leave before you even got around to them. So having 5 people means that you can give each and every one of those people your undivided attention, do their color match, help them decide which shades to choose. For the products that you don't have there, you can talk them through those products. And people love that. That is what they like. If I can use an example of MAC, right? I love the MAC highlighter, right? I've got it on my cheek now. You can see it. Right. I love that highlighter. However, I've been into MAC 5 times. 5 times and walked out 5 times because I didn't get service. They didn't give me attention, that they didn't even approach me. And with MAC, there's no prices on the product, so you have to wait for somebody and ask somebody. It annoyed me to absolute no end. I finally this weekend bought myself a new highlighter in London, and still in a shop where there was only 3 people, I got the worst service ever. It's because they are not service driven. They just care about selling the product, right? So this is where we make a massive difference, and where our home parties is where our gold lies, right? So 5 people. I always say to my hostess, invite 10 to 15 people, because 90% of the time, most people will either have something else on, they won't be able to make it, cancellations last minute, and then you'll be left with anything between 3 and 5 people is amazing. I love doing those because you can get a little bit more personal and spend some time with them and get to know them, which is that's what you want to do for home parties, is make that connection. Right. Then for your displays, make your display something really nice. I know there's some of us out there that make these massive extravagant displays. It doesn't have to be an extravagant display, right? You just have a little bit of product out, and those are the products that you're going to use and talk through. The other thing that I've learned from my sponsor is to do a whole face. So I used to do at a party, I'll do a demo on a full face. I'll put full face makeup on, where now I just do half a face. And it works so well, because what you're doing is you're showing them a clear before after that they can see, because people tend to forget. And if you don't see that difference, then it's just not going to work that well. So since I've been doing the half face parties, it works amazingly for me. So definitely half face. Games, right? So sometimes we feel a bit awkward playing games at a party, but I can assure you that playing games actually sets the tone, and it actually relaxes everyone, and it's like an icebreaker. So one of the games I absolutely love playing right in the beginning is the handbag game. So everybody has to take out their handbags, and on our team files you'll find the game. You get certain points for certain items in your handbag. And what I've started doing is I let them have it out on display. So they can't just mark it that they've got it in their bag. I let them put it out on display, And you will not believe the amount of giggles and laughter that you get out of that game, and teasing each other. And it also gives you the opportunity to read your audience and see who might be prim and proper and who you can have a laugh with. And it really just helps set the tone for not only for them, but for yourself as well. So games are really nice. The other game that I love playing halfway through the party is the lip liner game. So I will have one of the guests blindfolded with a lip liner in her hand, and another guest sitting in front of her, and she needs to draw on her lip liner. And then we'll have a vote on who should win the prize. Girls, the laughter that comes out of that game is amazing. I've done videos of these games because it's just these people wet themselves laughing, and you'd think it would be easy to do, but it's not. I've had lips here, I've had lips here. It's amazing what they get up to. So definitely games. Then 2 products that I would recommend that you always demo together at a party, because it's created a lot of sales for me, is primer and your powder foundation. Okay, so I'll explain to you why I say that. I've done a party where Obviously we ran out of the liquid foundation, so I had to use my powder foundation. And what I did was I put primer on the one side of the lady's face, and I put the the powder foundation, sorry, on her face, and I did my half face demo. And then this is just by chance me figuring this out, and it's been working since. And then afterwards they can see the clear difference, and I've explained to them what primer does, and so the party goes on. Then later during the evening, the lady who I did the demo on, who was the hostess, wanted to order the powder foundation, and I wasn't too sure whether that shade was right for her, so I wanted to try one shade lighter on her face. So I then pulled out one shade lighter and put it on the other side of her face, but I didn't put any primer on. I just put the powder foundation on straight. You can immediately see the difference. This side was flawless and lovely, and this side looked powdery. She went around to every single guest and went, "Oh, look at this difference." She did the selling for me. That night, there was 5 guests. I sold 4 primers. That to me was a clear sign that those 2 products I have to demo with every single party. So if there's 2 products outside of a collection that I can suggest you buy, it's a primer and a powder foundation. They'll do wonders for your sales. Okay, so those are definitely 2 products to demo. Then just have fun, okay? That is the main thing about these home parties, is have an absolute blast. If you want any advice or you want to ask any questions before or after you had a party, you are welcome to contact me. I don't mind helping out because I know that they're a bit nerve-wracking. I'm working on a new layout for us for a home party, which I'm excited to share. So once I've completed that, I'll share that with everyone. And then we can roll that out as well. Just want to check and make sure that I didn't skip any of my lovely tips and tricks. No, it looks like I've covered everything. So good luck for your first party. If you want me to join in for your first party, if you're local, give me a shout. I will gladly do that, and I will give you any tips or tricks that you need. So hope this was helpful. Love you girls, and let's get partying. Bye.